Hi, my name is Aimee LaBrie, and I am going to be reading a short part of a story from Rage and Other Cages, which came out in June 2024. It's a collection of short stories, and most of them are set in Philadelphia. I have another short story collection called Wonderful Girl that won the Catherine Ann Porter Prize and was published by the University of North Texas Press. And this is just an excerpt. I had a really hard time finding something that was appropriate for YouTube. Um, Maybe that'll make you want to buy the book or not. I don't know. This is called Advice to the Lovelorn, and it's dedicated to a contestant on Jeopardy who incorrectly solves a puzzle. Should have been Advice to the Lovelorn if you're paying attention. Dear Matilda, I write to you now because I know you understand the artistic temperament and how difficult it is to function in the 9 to 5 world. Sometimes when I'm in a meeting at work, I have an overwhelming urge to stand up, pull my shirt over my head, and run screaming from the room. This usually happens when we're on the second to third PowerPoint presentation, but the urge can be brought on even by certain phrases such as low hanging fruit, drill down, or it is what it is. When I start to feel this way, I look around the room to try to catch the eyes of the other people sitting at the conference table, but no one seems to find anything wrong with the situation. They nod or add their own suggestions to crunch the numbers by EOD to check on the ROI. Am I alone in feeling that we're wasting our lives on these meaningless things? Should I just accept the quote unquote status quo, or should I chuck it all and go to graduate school to follow my dream of writing the great American novel? Please advise quickly. We have a 2-day retreat coming up at the Sheraton Conference Center, and I'm not sure I can stand another Myers-Briggs analysis. I always come out as an INFJ. Signed, Stuck in a Cubicle with Nowhere to Turn. Dear Stuck, we call this life. Get used to board meetings. And more bad news, graduate school will have its own set of water in the ear, irritating words, and endless classes that test your ability to sit still and behave. You will find yourself listening to PhD students whose teeth seem stuck together when they speak of Nietzsche and Derrida as they argue the meaning of those very words in the sentences you mentioned. Your head will begin to feel heavy as if filled with sand. You'll fall in love with the wrong people, poets, and wake up hungover and late for the 8 a.m. rhetoric and composition class you must teach to bewildered freshmen who begin papers with sentences like, since the beginning of time, mankind has loved downy fabric softener. You will try to write the great American novel to find that you only have one narrow story to tell, the one about not fitting in. And my darling, that has already been done. My advice, accept your fate, get your paycheck, be nice to others, and above all, don't take your shirt off in a meeting. At the same time, you must also pay attention, take notes, ask questions, and consider alternative scenarios, and then go home to your tiny little studio apartment and write about it. Spill it all and be as mean and critical of yourself as you are to others. In that way, you might start to feel like a real person. In that way, you might become a writer. But you will never escape the feeling that you are alone because you are just like the rest of us. That's just an excerpt. There's more advice, very good advice in that story, and then quite a few other funny, I think, stories. So I hope to see you on Saturday, and thank you so much.